is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards, down at the 13. Going to swing it on second down. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Tough slanting in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets one fly deep. It's caught. They want a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Connors. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you...
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Once he got a snap, it was all over, right to the house. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and Rule Pig.
Rule Pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Quick release by the QB. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick completion to the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Correa. Rushes on him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Send that offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
In just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Working the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Here's an incredible statistic early in this game. With that catch, he's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're only in the first quarter still. He has been getting open. He's been making catches. At some point, the defense may have to start triple covering this guy.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Steps away to find some room. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Snap from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fires to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's complete. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlock after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They'll try to convert on fourth and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Got him downfield, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the gun to give, looking for room. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And that that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that.
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now on the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Defense looks like they're coming. Back to throw, it's Correa. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You could play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by a field goal over North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to the big tight end. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quickly.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Back to pass. Going over the top. He's got it on the outside. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Pulls and fires complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He did. 4th down. They could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Looking for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the right side. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him this time. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Balls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think the quarterback at this point just needs to settle down. We saw the interception earlier in the game, and all of a sudden on that throw, just really bad fundamentals. The quarterback just needs to settle himself, get himself into a rhythm, trust his fundamentals, because that's going to help his accuracy.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Turning it on. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Inside the 10. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. They'll leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unloads to the wideout. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking to pass. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2, and then maybe
lofts one high and deep. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the...
Looking deep. Picked off and then ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. got the quick completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the deck.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Wall. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, and again. Just wears you out.
He got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Arkansas!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled him up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sending the offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Finds a man on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. On target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. Still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He wants to throw it again. Here's the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right on target this time. Touchdown, Texas! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he won.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Unloads to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. There he goes. The 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Wants to pass. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Send out the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Contreras. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Crosses midfield. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
There's plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops from and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A quick strike touchdown up top. The last time they had it, Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Razorbacks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He is way short of the line to gain, and they'll have to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Quick strike complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Yates. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's got the tight end. Touchdown Razorbacks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmaking.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Might be looking to run. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the fullback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down will open up the final period. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Defense might bring the house here. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. To the air, it's Correa. Pressure coming. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now does he see if they can cash it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Quarterback on the keeper. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Razorbacks will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Quickly to the tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To throw, it's Correa. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He makes the grab in the end zone. 2-point try is good. Not really sure why they needed it, but it's It's a one-point game late. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Arkansas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, they're down in possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Dances away. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz. It's going to be...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific